Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me for today's Lunch and Learn. I'm Keith Armour, the manager of the Adult Learning and Literacy Department. We're going to talk about FAFSA. If you don't know what FAFSA is, it's free application for federal student aid. And the new form came out on October the 1st of this year for the 2023 school year. Today's Lunch and Learn, we're going to talk about useful tools, a very special library event that will help you out, and then some other online resources. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Well, all right. I'm going to show you some information today on how to apply for FAFSA and also some of the resources that we have to assist you and your family in pursuing the student aid. So first of all, what I'd like to do is show you that you're at the website chpl.org, and right over here, it's services. We're going to click on services. And you'll notice right underneath for teens, this is college and career. We're going to click here. And you'll notice that we've got free application for federal student aid. That's what the FAFSA stands for. We could click directly here to the free application, but I do want to point out right here we have a free FAQs. So if you click here, you'll notice there's all of the FAQs. What is the FAFSA? Are the FAFSA funds only for low-income families? Where can I get help filling out the FAFSA? All of some very good questions and the answers. So right here's another answer. So all the answers are right there for you. I'm going to go back. And I do want to point out another thing. If you're right in the middle of FAFSA and you have a question, you can go to our homework help now. And in our homework help now, which is right here, right down here under featured service, if I click there, you'll notice there's live FAFSA help. And that is Monday through Thursday from 2 o'clock until 11. And you would get right there, you'd click live help, and they would know that you need assistance with the FAFSA. Now I know that sounds a little scary. Oh wow, do I need assistance? Well, let's go and explore a little bit more. The very first thing that you will need to do to create a FAFSA is actually to apply for FAFSA is to create a federal student aid ID. Very easy way to do it is right here, and I'll make sure the link is there for you. Now, if you already have an account, you're going to use that. You're going to log in, but to create one, and this is to create and use the account for all of these different things, not just the FAFSA, but all of these other things as well. All you'll really need is your social security number, and then of course a mobile phone number and or an email address. Now I do want to caution you that if you are a senior or if you're a student in a high school and you have a high school email, don't use that high school email. Use your own email. And the reason being is once you graduate from high school, you'll no longer have that email if it is associated with the school. So make sure you have your own email for that. And remember, we're kind of focusing this on high schoolers, but anyone could apply for federal student the free application for federal student aid. Anyone can fill out a FAFSA as long as they have graduated. All right. So you create this. It takes about 5 minutes to create an ID. And then once you've created an ID, then you can go to the official website. And you would say, you would log in right here, and then you would go along the process. Now I'm going to point out some things that you will need before you do this. But one thing I want to scroll down here, there are some FAFSA deadlines. And I went ahead and put Ohio in here, and then I put in the academic year. That would start in 23 and then 24. The deadline to finish this FAFSA is next year, October 1st, 2023. You can check with the college. A lot of colleges have some really great resources, and they'll help guide you through the process. And then there's the federal deadline, which is June the 30th. Now, the form came out this past October 1st, and the sooner you put your FAFSA application in, the more possibilities that you will maybe receive some type of assistance. So keep that in mind. You don't want to wait too long for that. And I love this next website I'm going to share. It is from the Ohio Department of Higher Education and the Ohio Department of Education. They're two separate departments. And this one is all about the FAFSA. They have identified the fact that $111 million goes to waste if you don't claim it. So there's a lot of money out there to help with your furthering your education. And I've liked that what they've done with this website. They've created what is the FAFSA checklist, what's new, and resources, and even a direct link back to that FAFSA application here. There is a little fest that they did last year that's kind of fun. Gives you some information, but it's fairly long. But here is what is the FAFSA, and you can learn a little bit more there. How can it help? There's a lot of different ways that it can help. It can help identify grants. It can help you identify federal loans with low interest. There's all sorts of different ways that you can learn how to use it. Now, it says some people do not apply for FAFSA because they believe that it is only for students who are looking to go to college or who have been accepted already. Unfortunately, that is not true. FAFSA is for you, and that's the reason why they put it. Here's a couple of other misconceptions. Can I apply for FAFSA if I am going to a school for trade, like a trade school? Yes, you can. Can I complete if I haven't been accepted to college? Yes, you definitely can complete it and have it already there for you. Should I apply even if I already have a plan to pay for school? Yes, if you've already have a plan, but this might help you with that plan to make your plan even better for you. Also, a lot of schools use the FAFSA form to help open up their scholarship process and their grant process as well. There's the checklist. And you can see there's a lot of different things here. Social security number, your parent's social security number, driver's license. If you're not a citizen, your alien registration number, information on cash and savings, records of your untaxed income, and your federal tax information. And that is your federal tax information and also your parents or your guardian. So keep that in mind. That's the thing that takes some time to gather that information up and making sure they have it. In the future, they're going to hopefully hook it up with the IRS and make it even easier for you to apply. Down here, talk about your children's future. There are, how much will you get? There's some calculators down here. But it says in 2023, a student who qualifies can receive up to close to $7,000 for an academic school year. So that's all that money that's just staying on the table. So here is a whole bunch of different resources, the FAFSA form, tax help, toolkit, all sorts of different things here that might come in handy for you. Now, if you are filling out your FAFSA, don't forget you don't necessarily have to know the college that you're going to. We're going to go back to our website and we're going to scroll right down here if you need help with trying to find a school. We're going to go to Peterson's. And once you have created a login, it's pretty easy. I'm going to log in real quick. And I'm going to close that out. It's very easy to create a login, and this is from the library. We're going to find a school, and look, I can go to the College Planning Center. I can graduate the graduate school and scholarships search, or I can just do a regular college and scholarship search here. If I click here, then you see there's all of these different things right here, okay? even a college savings calculator. Here's some more help with the FAFSA, and then federal aid quiz is over here. But we're going to focus right here on college, career college search. And say I want to go to, I just want to stay in Ohio. So I'm going to type in Ohio. And here is a list of 151 undergraduate schools in the state of Ohio. And you'll notice that they will tell you where they're located. They'll tell you the tuition, the acceptance rate, and the enrollment of the school. Now, maybe Ohio State is just too big for you. Well, you can come over here and you can go over to school size, and you can make it a far lesser school or even more. So maybe we're just interested in a 2,000 to 7,000 school. And see how it automatically switched over? And you can see this is from 2,000 to 7,000 students. And once again, it tells me some basic information right here. Now, when you go to, let's say we go to Ohio University's website, all of these websites are very big. And what I love about Peterson's test prep to find a school is that you're going to be able to look at the areas of study and look at all of the different areas of study. I could keep going on and on and on. I could do a biology, general biology, all the way down to business administration, to education, to dance, to all sorts of things. Maybe the school that you're looking at might not have that program that you're looking for, that area of study. You can look under the school type. Remember, there's 2-year schools and 4-year schools. Admission difficulty. Maybe you want it really not competitive at all, or maybe you want it really competitive. School size, we talked about. There's the setting. Do you want to have it in an urban area like an Ohio State or University of Cincinnati? Or do you want it suburban or rural and even a small town? You can look at tuition and, how can you get the biggest bang for your buck by less than 10,000? Let's just click on that. There are some schools out there. And then, of course, more. And then GPS. Maybe you didn't have the best GPS and you know what your GPS, you could see what the acceptance rate for that as well. And then even SAT scores and ACT scores as well. So I love this because it's really a great way to really look at some basic information and whittle down your list of schools that you possibly want to go to. And don't forget, there's exploring careers here and vocational test prep is here as well. So there's different ways that you can go about doing that. But I love this because it just gives you so much information. Let's just go ahead and click. Let's click on the University of Cincinnati. So we click on the University of Cincinnati. Once again, it tells you, that shows you on the map where it is. It will tell you some basic information here, acceptance rate, the number of students they have. It's an urban setting. But then it goes down to all these different categories. It gives you the address. The only thing that I'm not wild about this website, it does not give you a direct link to their website, to the University of Cincinnati's website. It's the only thing that I have against this website is that they don't provide that link, and I'm not quite sure why. Here is all the list of majors and degrees that they have, and you can see they break it down into associate and bachelor's. So if you're going to do real estate, you know that it's going to be a 4-year, 4 years of study. If you're going to do kindergarten, preschool, they have actually a 2-year program, an associate degree, and a bachelor's degree. But you can scroll all the way down to see if your area of study is a school or a way that you can learn there at that university. And if it's not, then you can't, that's a good way to eliminate that. Here's the acceptance rate. This is all about admissions here. This is applying, and remember, a lot of schools, they have an application fee, so you might want to take a look at that. There's the average GPA, the admission requirements, the application deadlines, and you can see the application deadline for UC is March the 1st. You see the acceptance rates on the different tests. Here's the breakdown of tuition and in-state and out-of-state, and it will do that with the other states as well. So if you want to go to a college in Colorado, it's going to tell you what the in-state tuition is and the out-of-state tuition. And then you've got payments, you have financial aid, the student body, even a breakdown of the student body, even by gender as well. Campus life is here, and all the different activities and organizations, and even athletics. And remember, you might not, maybe you want to try to get a scholarship for baseball Division I, but maybe you're just really you like baseball, but it's intramural. So that is a great way to look at it. Also has women's sports here as well, and then the faculty is here too. Okay. And the student to faculty ratio is really important as well. Love this website. I think it tells you a lot of great information, and it can kind of help whittle down your school choice here as well. All right, so I'm going to go back. I will go back to our website. Once again, you go to services, then you go to college and career. There's the FAFSA information, the frequently asked questions. If you need expert help on filling out the FAFSA, remember when you start filling it out, if you have to stop, you save it and you just come right back. And that help is Monday through Thursday from 2 to 11. And then if you want to whittle down your schools, you can go to Peterson's Test Prep and find out the schools that you want to do, that you want to attend. Now, I do want to point out the last thing is our Future Ready Fall into Financial Aid. It is happening on November the 5th at the Deer Park branch. You do not have to register. We are having things from 11 until 3. We are going to have basics on FAFSA. We're going to have career opportunities so you can learn a little bit more about not just four-year universities. We're going to have financial literacy at 2. And we have the wonderful team at UC's One Stop. They are going to be there, and some other partners that we have in the area to help you with FAFSA. Now, if you're not planning on going to UC, that's okay. They will still help you. And then you can actually fill out the form and have some experts there with you. Of course, you want to make sure that you bring the important tax documents and the parent's Social Security and also the student's Social Security number as well. If you have any questions, please give us a call or email Laura, and you will get some information to you. All right, I'm going to tell you a few more things, and we'll call it a day.
All right, so make sure you create that Federal Student Aid ID. Visit www.itsforyou.org, and of course attend our event that's happening at Deer Park, and that's Fall into Financial Aid, and that's November the 5th from 11 to 3. I'll see you next time for another Lunch and Learn. Bye-bye.